Kwam Yasha'Allah, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Shalom Yasha'Allah, Shabbat Shalom Yasha'Allah, Shabbat Shalom to the Israelites scattered in the four corners of the earth. Shalom, Shalom. Come on, loud stuff that. Yeah, pardon for that. Yeah, I should have did this already. Anyway, Kwam Yasha'Allah. So I basically want to cover some topics. One is dealing with the verse I want to deal with, and at the I had Pesach readings and nobody broke it down, especially this past 2026 Pesach. So I want to re-go over that. Right. So I'm gonna go start at, and this basically is called various topics. So I'm gonna start at Exodus. Yeah, Exodus 12th chapter, Salakia. Exodus 12th chapter, right? Exodus 12th chapter, and we're gonna start at the 29th verse. I want to see who's paying attention at these Pesach. So let's just read that, because we'll get right to it. And it came to pass that at midnight Yahweh smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, or in the land of Mizraim, because that's the correct name. Egypt is a Greek word meaning bondage. Egypt is a Greek word. It's not, okay, which means bondage. For the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the cattle. So we understand the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn captive that was in the dungeon. So all the firstborn of the Egyptians were put to death. Okay? And then it says, 29th verse, Exodus 12th chapter, and the 29th verse reads, it says, and all the firstborn of the cattle. Nobody explained that. And actually, I think I went over this last year with another group of brothers, right? But I'm going to repeat it because it was not repeated at the 2026 Pesach, which I was at, which was happened to be House of David at the moment. And a brother read through this and did not break this down. So for edification purposes, right? For edification purpose, why did the Most High kill the firstborn of the cattle? Because they were cattle. And it's an easy answer. Everybody should know. Okay, time's up. Because what? What did the heathen do in the land of Egypt? They had other idols and gods. The god of Baal was a cow. The god of Molech, the same cow, another cow. But these were the main idols that were in Egypt. And that's why the Most High said, kill the firstborn of the cattle. So he was sending a direct message home to the Egyptians, letting them know, I have a problem with you. And I'm going to destroy all your idols. And I'm going to kill the firstborn of the cattle, because I'm sick of these, the idols of Baal and the idols of Molech. Y'all can look this up on your own too. It's a damn cow. So did it not, some of our people do that? The Israelites? Of course they did. You had a habit of following the nations. So that's one of the main reasons. So it's showing you he's sending a direct message. Time, this is over. So I don't know if I have to go on to the, no, I don't necessarily have to go on to the other verses. But y'all know how I read. And it's just basically from verse 29 to verse 36. So y'all can read the rest of that on your own. But I just want to bring clarity to that. Now I'm going to go to Jeremiah 49. And I'm going to continue this where I left off from the last lesson. I'm going to go to Jeremiah 49 chapter. All right. Jeremiah 49 chapter. And I'm going to start at the 13th verse. Jeremiah 49. 49 and 13. It reads, "For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste." Right, this is what the Most High is saying about Basra. But who's in Basra today? It ain't hard to figure out. The same greedy group that plagued us back in ancient times is still here today, stirring up trouble, and they're at war with the so-called Iranians, which are the Persians, so-called Iranians today. Because that beef started back up, and it's not going to cease, okay? Because the Most High mustered the host of the battle, okay? It's going to eventually boil over. I seen something in the news, too, something about Russia, and they getting fed up with Babylon America too. So it's just a matter of time, man. But he said, "I'm going to make Basra shall become a desolation." Who's in Basra? The short hats, the so-called the Jewish people, the fake Jews. The imposters are over there. So the Most High have an issue with you. He always had an issue with you. And he said he's going to war against Amalek from generation to generation, as it reads in the book of Exodus. Your people are greedy and you're coveting his land. This is his earth and his land. And you're going to find that out real soon. Okay? I'm going to read 13 again. He says, "For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste." Why it says shall be? Because it has not come to pass yet. In fact, them little devils are planning and expanding, building something all the way up to the borders where ancient Sodom and Gomorrah is at. That's where that's at in that area. They talk about building cities and all types of things of grandeur. So they got all these big plans. No kingdom live forever, damn it. And remember, the 250th year is this year, from 1776 to 2026. So the sand in the hourglass is running out on America. Okay? It had a little few more seconds to run. But it's pretty much a wrap because we're in the 250th year. And I said it before and I say it again. Those who know, know. Okay? Because this is about history and knowing history. Okay? So he said, they're going to build. They said, "For I have sworn." Oh, no, Most High said, "For I have sworn." So it's going to come to pass. It's going to come to pass. 14 verse read, "I have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men." Yeah, everybody hates you, man. Everybody knows hate Chris. Everybody hate the short hats. You imposters, you fake Jews. You covetous, greedy people. You, the Most High hate. Okay? The Most High have a problem with you. And y'all know y'all read this. This is the same reading as it reads in the book of Obadiah, the second verse of Obadiah, the first chapter. Right? We're going to read the 16th verse. Because this is the Most High speaking. It says, Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that beholdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh. So what is it saying here? He said, thy terribleness have deceived thee. What is he talking about? Oh, because they've been conquering and ruling for so long, conquered all kingdoms and conquered the dark nations and claimed superiority. Mainly that's America. Boasting in your strength. But you're weak. Yeah. You're weak. You got a president right now that can hardly fight a war, man. Dementia President Trump. Right? And you put on this false sense of peace, man. Come on. All you did was war. And whatever the short hats told you to do, you did it. So that's why the scripture reads like that in the 16th verse. It said, thy terribleness have deceived thee. Yeah, all ruling and conquering for so long. You're deceived because you don't believe you're going to come down. But let's read on what it says. And the pride of thine heart. Yeah, the pride of thy heart is what deceives. Your pride deceives you because you don't believe you're going to come down. Everybody believes America's going to go on forever and ever, another 50 years. You're out of your mind. And you're too blind to see that it's at its brink. It's nothing backs the dollar. Y'all about to get rid of that. And these so-called 1% know the scriptures. They read it. Don't think they don't. They do. They know what's coming. Because America's war is welcome long time ago. And we're gonna continue reading. It says, "Oh, that dwellest in the clefts," 16th verse again. "O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that beholdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as an eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh." So when he said, when you make his nest high as the eagle, what is he talking about? They satellites. They all see an eye. They satellites everywhere, man. They constantly bringing up because the satellite don't stay up. It comes down over a period of time. I think it's about a month, about 3 to 4. Yeah, about a month, almost a month, and they come right back down and got to go send more up because they constantly watching. That's why they giving the symbol of the eagle, as all of their kingdoms had that same symbol. The British had it, and before them, they had the eagle as their symbol. I think even Russia has the eagle too. But it's mainly talking about America, right? He said, "Oh, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock." Who came out? Who before they got civilized? Where were they at? They was in the clefts of the rocks, on all fours, grunting like animals, man. It tells you that in the book of Job. That's what they was doing. Matter of fact, let's read it real quick. It'll be quick because I'm going to just read a part of it. Let's go to that because a lot of people hear that and they don't believe it. Show me. Who we going to show you? It's in, oh man, I haven't read this in a minute, but give me a second. I got to find it. It's in Job, that's not the first one. It's in, wait a minute, it's Job. I think it's 3. You see? I don't want to take too long. It's Job. Hold on a second. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I just noticed, that's how you know it's been a minute. Oh, man. Give me a second. I used to have it on my app, but I don't know. Man, it's been a while. I said, give me a second. I said the bushes. They brave, huh? Is it the fourth? Is it the fourth? Let me see. Oh boy. I think it's in 6, 7, 8. All right, I don't have to come back to it. I know it's in Job, though. Everybody knows it's in Job. The thing is, I'm close, and it's annoying me that I can't find it. It's annoying because as much as I used to quote that, man, it's funny. Oh, man. Sure I'm into the right book? Let's see. It's Job. Oh, man. This, it's not the fifth. It's not, I know I'm close. I know I'm close. It's, oh, man. I can't believe this. I'm waiting till Job. Anyway, it's in there. Y'all look for it on your own. Do your due diligence. It's taking too much time. I don't want to have it spaced out like that. So I'm going to go back. But it's in the book of Job. That's all you need to know. And y'all can always search it on your own. Right? But I'm doing it off my phone. I'm not on my, my tablet. So if I had my hands free for that, I'll be able to do it. But it ain't the case. I'm using the phone. But anyway, going back to Jeremiah, Salakia. Going back to Jeremiah 49, and we was at 16 verse. It says, he says, "O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, and that but holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh." So the Most High gonna bring them down in due time, and it's not far off neither. That's what's so exciting about this, man. Yeah, there's gonna be more bad coming before the deliverance, but hey, it's gonna be all well worth it if we continue in the faith and walk in the spirit of righteousness, right? And the Lord's statutes, commandments of the Most High, right? He said, "Oh, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock." And remember, they even made a movie on it called Quest for Fire, so they know their history. And I had it, but I'm not getting into that right now. But y'all can look that up too on your own. 17 verse reads, "As also Edom shall be a desolation, everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof." Yeah, that's what's going to happen. The nation's going to see that, especially in the end. Because they're going to hiss when they see the destruction. They'll be like, you. That's going to be amazing, man. Because it tells you, 18th verse, it says, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. And that's how America going to be. Desolate. There'll be no living habitation there, man. That's going to be the end result of Babylon and its wickedness, man. Right? So, real quick, let's go to Revelation. Because I know I think it's one in Revelation I want to read. Revelations, I think it's in the 18th chapter. I think it's again in the, I think it's in the 18th chapter, and Yeah, but I'm going to start at the 3rd verse. 18th chapter, Revelations 18:3 says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies." When it said, let me read that again. It said, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich." What is it talking about? When they said drunk the wine of the wrath, meaning they believed the lies of Babylon America. And when they realized, oh, this ain't what I thought, it's going to be too late. Because to tell you, he says, the wrath of her fornication, everything Babylon upholds, lies, falsehood, ideology, false idols, sorcery, witchcraft, all these evils Babylon America uphold. And more of it's done in Babylon America than any part of the earth. That's a proven fact. Right? And that shows you this lines up with Scripture. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Reward," 6th verse, "reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double." Yeah, meaning judgment, payback. How much she saved, glorified her, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. But what the Heavenly Father say in the 8th verse? He said, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahweh who judgeth her." So the Most High going to bring this judgment on her. Okay? That's what's going to happen to Babylon America, man. Ain't going to be no damn long happily ever after here. You out of your mind. And a lot of people in denial of that. Right? Especially our people. And then these heathen nations. Because they want to continue on with in their rulership of evil. And that's another thing people don't understand. It's not just war and fighting. This is about removing the evil vibration off the earth. You understand that? That's what this is about, man. And a new kingdom entering in, which is the remnant Yeshua. And the most Yahweh Shah going to bring it in. It can't be brought in without him. Do you understand that? So he's going to bring in a vibration of righteousness. It's being born right in the captivity where we serve. And it's going to be, it's going to continue. Only the remnant of Yeshua is going to be delivered out of here. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall, at the cry of the noise thereof was heard in Red Sea. Slakia, I jumped, Slakia. Going back to Jeremiah 49, and we're going to continue at 18th verse. Yeah, it says, "As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh, no man should abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it." Yeah, because this is America, modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon and Egypt. That's America, because that's what they push. But yeah, I'm going to speak on that for a minute. Most of the entertainers, and it ain't just entertainers, is everywhere in the streets, Sodom and Gomorrah. You have these transgenders, and you got a lot of people in denial, without mentioning names, but you know it's that bad, to the point nobody want to speak on it. But no, damn it, that's what's in front of you, and that's what that is. Sodom and Gomorrah. Transgenders deceiving. And a lot of you want to sit there and pretend, but if you don't repent of that, you're going to have a heavy price to pay. I'm talking about those that don't believe when people bring that out and point it out. Y'all go in denial, stuck in your head and looking the other way and all that nonsense, man. And you're grown people, man. This ain't no damn sure ain't the place of right. This place is evil. Y'all can recognize every evil and demon, but when it comes to that, especially you women, here y'all go. Yeah, bro, you know, I sent something to some person, I ain't gonna say no names, but I know they spoke to somebody else about it. I said, nah, man, all them entertainers you follow on TV, you think a woman, most of them are transgender men. It is what it is. And that's all I'm gonna say on that, and I'm gonna move on. Right? 19th verse says what? Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against the habitation of the strong, but I will suddenly make him run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me? And who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? See, this is the Most High asking this question. Therefore, hear the counsel of Yahweh therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. And who is that talking about when it says, behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra? It's talking about Yahweh. Nobody else. Yahweh. Right? Because we'll prove that. Let's go to Isaiah. Right? Because see how the Most High asked the question? He knows the answer, but he asked that question to have you think in the 19th verse. That's incredible, man. So from there, let's go to Isaiah real quick before I forget, get off track. Isaiah, right? Let's go to Isaiah 63rd chapter. Isaiah 63rd chapter, and we're going to start at the first verse. It says what? Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments? From Basra. This is that glorious, and this is that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. That's who? Hamashiach Yahushua, the only begotten Son. Second verse, wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? That's a question. Third verse, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. This is Yahushua, right? Fourth verse, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. The only begotten Son is given that authority to do that. Where's that same place? Basra. Okay? Same place where the short hats are making plans for longevity as we speak. Building. Matter of fact, let's go to Malachi. Real quick. Let's go to Malachi. Right? First chapter and the fourth verse read. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Because remember, Sodom and Gomorrah was a desolate place. They want to build cities over there. You see how wicked they is? Right? And you can look this up too. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh out of one of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. Who he have indignation forever against? Edom. Right? 5th verse, and your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, Yahweh will be magnified from the border of Yashar'Allah. So, yeah, man, this man is an evil devil, man. That's what he is. So I'm going to hold Isaiah 63, right? And I'm going to go back to Jeremiah 49. And where I stopped at? 22nd verse. I'm going to read this 22nd verse again. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Bashan.